This video shows you how to do weighted grading in Canvas. For those of you who aren't familiar with weighted grading, it's the thing that a lot of you do. In your syllabus, you say, here's the grade breakdown for the course. So, 50% of it is lab work and 30% of an exam, or 15% is participation, 20% is attendance. And yeah, I know that adds up to like 180%, but pretend that added up to 100%. So you break it down and you say, here's the way that the course is graded for you. The great thing about Canvas is it will do all that math for you. So you don't have to get out the big giant spreadsheet. You don't have to do the math and figure out that in order for it to work, all the labs need to be worth 14 points each or something like that. You just put the things in the right clump basically, and Canvas will do the math for you. All right, so in order to get started, we simply go in, we're in my course, and we click on assignments, and you're probably going to see something that looks like this. It's a big giant list of assignments. And so what you need to do is simply create groups, these are those clumps we talked about, that your syllabus says, here's how the course is going to be broken down. So I'm going to create a group, for example, called Labs. Okay, I'm going to create a group called Attendance. I'm going to create a group called Exams. And let's just create one more. I'm going to create a group called Participation, whatever you decide that's going to be. And if you're lucky, I can even spell it right as I type it. Okay, so you see those down at the bottom. We've got labs, attendance, exams, and participation. Okay, all that we have to do now is simply drag the items into it. And then once we've got our things done, we add the percents to it. So I know none of these make sense, but let's say that this is a lab, this is a lab, this is participation, this is attendance. By the way, you can drag them, or you can click on the right side and say move to, and then pick where you want to put it in. So I'm going to move this into attendance, for example, and keep moving it. But one way or another, we just keep moving these things down. Oops, there we are. And that's an exam. And since you really don't want to watch this for another 5 minutes, we'll assume that I've dragged everything down into this section, okay? And we're going to cheat and do the video editing thing. Okay, so we've dragged everything out of assignments and into the right groups. Technically, having this assignments here isn't hurting anything, but for a lot of you, it's going to bug you. So we can simply click on delete and get rid of it. And now we have our 4 groups. Okay, so we have our groups. We created labs, attendance, exams, and participation. We have all of our assignments, and we've put them in the right groups. So our last step, so we have everything in the right groups. We see our groups, labs, attendance, exams, participation. We've dragged things into the correct group here. And so all we do now is we click on this more button and click on assignment groups weight. We turn it on by clicking this box, weight final grade based on assignment groups. And then we simply need to pick our percents. So let's say that this was 40%. Our attendance is 10%, our exams are 30%, and our participation is 10%. You'll notice if you mess up down at the bottom, it doesn't add up to 100. So we go, oops, I need to, let's say, add 5 here and 5 here. And there we go, it adds up to 100. Click on save. And now you'll see to the right, labs, and it says 40% of total, attendance 15%, exams 30%, participation 15%. So again, it's going to do the math for you. It'll take all the points that they earn on your labs and make that worth 40% of the class. It'll do that work for you. Okay, so that's weighted grading in Canvas. As always, if you've got any questions, give us a call, 253-680-7233, or better yet, shoot us an email, olc@batestech.edu.